Chapter 10. Unmoved, Unshaken, Unstoppable. Feel everything. Be moved by nothing. That's the goal. That's the summit of emotional mastery. That's the place where chaos can't touch you anymore. Stillness isn't weakness. It's not numbness. It's control. Because when you master your reactions, you stop being controlled by life and start controlling it. You have a choice. Every time you're tested, every time someone tries to pull emotion out of you, you have a choice. React or remain. That's the key. Most people are emotional puppets. Every word pulls a string. Every opinion shakes their core. They're driven by impulse, not intention. But not you, not anymore. Because this chapter, this moment, is where you become untouchable, unmoved, unshaken, unstoppable. The calm person doesn't lack emotion. They go through emotion, but they don't get lost in it. They feel everything, but they don't follow everything. They process. They pause. Then they proceed with precision. That's mastery. Stillness isn't suppression. It's strategy. Suppressing emotion means you bury it. Mastering emotion means you use it. Anger becomes fuel. Fear becomes awareness. Pain becomes focus. That's what it means to feel everything, be moved by nothing. You don't deny your feelings, you direct them. You turn fire into discipline. You turn chaos into clarity. Because emotion is energy, and energy, when harnessed, becomes power. Let's talk about centered aggression. It's a term used by elite performers, soldiers, fighters, leaders. Centered aggression means you bring intensity without instability. You're powerful but composed. You're fierce but calm. You're in motion but under control. Think of a lion before the hunt. Not frantic, not loud, not emotional. Focused, silent, ready. That's centered aggression. You don't need to show your anger. You don't need to prove your dominance. You just execute with precision and purpose, because it's not about rage. It's about restraint. It's not about reaction. It's about response. It's not about emotion. It's about execution. That's discipline in motion. When you're unmoved, you become the anchor in the storm. The world spins, you don't. People panic, you plan. Everyone reacts, you respond. That's how power is earned. And here's the truth. Emotional control isn't natural. It's trained. It's built. It's refined through resistance. Every time you face something that triggers you, you're given a test. A test to prove who's in charge, you or your emotions. And every time you choose stillness over reaction, you win. Every time you choose logic over impulse, you grow. Every time you choose pause over panic, you rise. That's the real scoreboard of strength. Let's make this practical. When someone disrespects you, don't react. Breathe. Observe. Ask, is this worth my peace? Most of the time, it's not. When life throws chaos your way, don't spiral. Ground yourself. Remind yourself, I've been through worse. I can handle this. When you feel that emotional surge, anger, fear, insecurity, don't obey it. Sit with it. Understand it. Then move forward with it, not because of it. You have a choice. Always. Here's the secret. Calmness is control. The calm mind can see what the reactive mind misses. The calm person can hear what the emotional person distorts. The calm leader can act while everyone else is still reacting. Stillness gives you sight. Sight gives you strategy. Strategy gives you victory. That's the chain. That's how you rise. It's not about feeling less. It's about managing more. It's about leading yourself before you lead anyone else. When you reach this level, you stop being manipulated by others' emotions. You stop chasing emotional validation. You stop letting small things break your big vision. You become dangerous. Because the person who can't be provoked, the person who doesn't flinch under pressure, the person who can be surrounded by noise and still hear their own mind, that person can't be defeated. You can't threaten calm. You can't control peace. You can't break discipline. Every great warrior knows this. It's not the loudest fighter who wins. It's the still one, the patient one, the prepared one. Every great leader knows this. It's not the one who shouts orders. It's the one whose presence calms chaos. Every great human knows this. Stillness is the highest power. Because when you stop being moved by emotion, you start moving the world by choice. Let's call it what it is. Emotional stillness is your final transformation. It's what makes you unstoppable. Not because you feel less, but because you respond better. You've learned through this journey to protect your energy, to master silence, to think before you move, to lead yourself before you lead others. And now you learn to stand still in the storm. That's mastery. That's power. That's peace. Remember this: stillness doesn't mean no motion. It means no emotional motion. You can be in action, in progress, in pursuit, but inside you're centered, you're calm, you're unshaken. You can feel it all, the doubt, the pressure, the pain, and still stand firm. Because feeling isn't the enemy, losing control is. So, feel everything, but be moved by nothing. That's how you win. Now breathe. Inhale power. Exhale distraction. Inhale focus. Exhale fear. Stillness. Calm, control. You've reached the place where nothing external decides your internal state. You've reached the place where chaos bows to composure. You've reached the place where emotion serves you, not the other way around. This is what it means to be unmoved, unshaken, unstoppable. You started this journey learning not to react. Now you've learned to rule. Because control doesn't start with power, it starts with peace. And peace comes from stillness. So, from this day forward, let the world spin. Let the noise rise. Let the chaos unfold. You'll be right there, calm, focused, untouchable. Feel everything. Be moved by nothing. You are unmoved. You are unshaken. You are unstoppable. End of chapter 10. You've just learned what most never do. Control over the one thing that rules the world. The weak react. The strong respond. The lost seek validation. The disciplined move in silence. You don't owe the world a reaction. You owe yourself control. Every second you pause, you rise. Every silence, you strengthen. Every calm choice, you build power. The world runs on emotion, but you're different now. You don't chase peace, you create it. You don't fight chaos, you command it. This is your new standard. This is your new identity. Feel everything. Be moved by nothing. You've mastered the power of not reacting. Now go prove it every single day.